Okay, thanks everybody for being here. Happy Black History Month. Happy New Year. If I haven't seen you or we haven't seen each other so far. Well, it's happy old year right now. It feels like we've already
Old year.
2026 is like in the middle of the year at this point. But
And it's
yeah,
new for those you haven't seen. See, they
that's
haven't
true.
seen you.
How what's the moratorium on saying Happy New Year? I don't know what it is, but so
January 15th.
Sean said it, I believe it. So so every February 1, Sean and I usually for the last 40 years pretty much find each other and like, hey, it's February 1. Wow, can you believe it's been 5 years? Can you believe it's been 10 years? Can you believe it's been 15 years, 20 years, 30 years? And now today is 40 years that mom went home. So we just wanted to, as I was thinking about it, I had the presence of thought to think, oh, it's coming up and I wonder if we should maybe commemorate. 40 years ago, there wasn't the internet, there wasn't Zoom, and I was the youngest, so there's a lot that I don't know and or remember. So we thought it would be great to bring everybody together with this technology, share stories, experiences, and just celebrate mom's life. And thank you guys for being here. And so that's the premise, as you know. I think maybe a light agenda would be to kind of share as people kind of come in. A light agenda would be I'd invite my brothers to kind of share something about mom. Oh, here comes Winton. And maybe my dad as kind of immediate family. And then we can kind of, spread it out to everyone else to share, to hear, there's the prompts are kind of just what comes up for you, any fond memories. This is a celebration of life. I mean, I happen to speak to a few people who were there when she passed this week. And it was also really insightful to kind of hear people that were there while she was ill and what their experiences were like. So if you have any insight into that, I think we all have pieces of the story. And so, yeah, it's just happy that people are here. And I think that's, again, a testament to mom and her legacy. But I mean, I think, yeah, that's what we have so far. I will just say that I'm grateful to be the daughter of someone who was so well regarded and so well liked, and to have maybe the good fortune to look like her. So that's nice. But that's
Talk
that's
like her too.
that's where that's what I will share for now, and then I'll let's start with the eldest son, who had the longest time as a child of Joy Forde. Thank you for being here, brother. So yeah, turning it over to you, and thanks for being here.
Awesome. Hey, everybody. Um,
Hey.
how's everybody doing? I'm in a car, so please forgive me. Couldn't get home in time, so thought I'd just pull over and park and chat and chime in. But yeah, I mean, when Eva put this out, I was talking to Wayne. I said, "Man, it's been such a long time that although we think of mom, I haven't gone in depth about different things, but I had to kind of like rewind and go back and start thinking about all the things that we went through and stuff like that. And my earliest memories of our family and mom was probably in Wisconsin, and that's where you know at UWM and in our home and stuff like that. We had some really cool things Sean and Eva weren't even thought of back then. And so I remember this one time that we went, it was Christmas, and Wayne might remember this. It was Christmas, and mom and dad said, well, we don't have a lot of money, but, you guys get one gift. So we're gonna go to Toys R Us, and you get to pick out your gift. So we were like, oh yeah, woohoo, let's go. And so we go to Toys R Us and pick out one gift, and we get back home, and home was for us at UWM at the dean's apartment. We walk in, and mind you, when we left, the place was empty. We get back, and it's full of toys. Like, what happened? How'd this happen? It's like Santa Claus came. What? While we were gone, so that was back when, they were pretending that there was a Santa Claus for us. And that stuck with me for a long time, because I'm talking about bicycles, car toys. It was more toys than I've seen in a long time. Probably more than we ever had since that time. But times with mom in Jamaica when dad was getting his master's degree. We were there with her, and with Sean and Eva at the time too. And we did a lot of stuff in Jamaica together. I'm just trying to narrow it all down into a nutshell here, without being too long, because I could go, and this could be just a Winton show, actually.
Well, maybe you share with
You're
me,
not
Winton.
gonna let that happen.
Winton, I don't know if you remember, but you shared with me just this is a while ago, but just w- what mom meant for you. I know you said to me, I don't think mom was finished with me yet.
Oh,
And,
absolutely, absolutely.
and so maybe just
No,
yeah, just what
yeah.
her
I mean, as a young
yeah.
as a young man, and I could say, this is when we were living in Orlando before she passed away. Mom and I would sit down and just talk about my girlfriends that I was dating at the time, or talk about work, or just talk about life, or whatever. I could just go to mom and talk to her about anything. And, she was very much my sounding board, someone that I could bring any concerns to. Dad was working a lot, so, and then, we were always, either I was working, dad was working. Dad and I, we got together when it was time to play sports most of the time. And so, but yeah, I mean, mom was that person that I could always go to and get that advice. So when she passed, I was always then looking for a mate that could be similar in many ways. And I say that because I was like, man, you know, um, mom probably, I wasn't finished with that connection I had with her. I wasn't ready for her to go. But I had to prepare myself. So before she passed, if many of you may know or may not know, but I went to England, and I was in England for about 6 months before she had, when she had cancer. We thought that the surgery that she had would eradicate it, but it came back with a vengeance. So I came back to the States and helped be her caregiver while dad was working during the day. I was helping with Sean and Eva. They were little people. And so helping them get off to school every day and stuff like that, and helping mom with her diet and anything she needed during the day. Um, and so during that time, my goodness, that was an amazing time. Although she was sick, everybody that came over to our house was more blessed leaving than they were coming. And
Man.
and how do I say that? It's like she gave off such an era air of positivity and love to everyone who came over, that they thought they were coming to cheer her up, and they were the ones that got cheered up. They were the ones that felt blessed to be there. And I saw it time and time again. And so, even during that time, she was a pillar of strength to many people. But as we were growing up, Wayne and I, let me tell you, Mom was not a pushover. She was the enforcer. And so, so we remember a lot of good spankings that we got. We remember a lot of fun times. We always had a great time with Mom, and so I'll probably keep on. I'm gonna, while we're talking and listening, I'm gonna come back and talk about a few other things. But my memory of Mom was just an amazing woman, amazing mom, beautiful. And when I talked to some of my friends in the academy, one of the things they said was, "Man, your mom was one of the most attractive women, mothers of the whole academy." And I was like, "What?" Because of course you don't look at your mom like that. But all the guys they had crushes on Mom, so that was fun to hear. So yes, I'm going to pass it on to my brother if he's on, Wayne.
I am here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good to see all
Hey,
you
man.
guys.
Did you know you
I
were not on camera, Wayne?
yes, I do. I
Oh,
have bedhead. I
oh, well, okay. Don't know if that's a good enough excuse, but okay.
yeah. It's been a rough day.
Okay.
But um so to piggyback on what Winton was saying, yeah, and a lot of great memories. Just like Winton said, we could go on and on talking about these little stories and things like that. But I can safely say that between Winton and I, and of course there was a 7 year gap until Sean came along. So for the longest, it was just Winton and I, and we had an amazing experience, kind of having mom and dad to ourselves. Um, but I would say definitely between Winton and I was the mama's boy. Winton was the daddy's boy. So I was always up underneath mom. And I just adored her as everyone else did. But yeah, lot of great memories with mom. Um, and Babette, it's great to see you. It is great to see you. I still remember, I'm sure you
Too
two,
bad
you
she
do.
can't see you.
Well, but there's a thumbnail. Babette has,
It's fine. It's fine.
and
It's fine.
Babette has actually seen me in person. Of course, that was a minute ago when I was living up there. But um, I still have memories of us in Milwaukee. Playing with our cousins. That was an amazing time because um, not only did we have our grandparents, but we had all of our cousins there, our aunts and our uncles. So it was amazing to have mom and her sister and her brother. So we had Junior and we had Bertha and we had my mom and of course the grandparents. So we were all getting together on a regular basis up there, and to see the dynamics of the nibs, it was always love and a lot of joy. Um, but yeah, I have very fond memories of mom, as everyone else does. Um, and the words that always come to my mind, the memories that always come back is just, I mean, her name was Yvonne Joy, but everyone called her Joy because she embodied the word joy. She was always joyful. In the good times and the bad times, she always was full of love and joy and grace for everyone that she came into contact with. And that has always stayed with me. I'd like to think that the best parts of my character I learned and I try to model from watching her because that tenderheartedness that she had was unique. It was special, and so yeah, she made quite an impact on me. Um, I'd like to think that I was her favorite because she told me that once. She probably told all of my siblings the same thing.
I'm sure that was before me. I'm sure.
Right, that was definitely
Yeah,
before Eva.
yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But we were all her favorite. That's the thing. She made everyone feel like they were her favorite because she loved us all so much, and she had a very unique way of making everyone and anyone that she spoke to feel like the most important person on the planet at that moment. She knew how to express love. She knew how to listen. She knew how to discipline when it needed to be, handed out. Like Winton said, we met the end of that belt. She was no pushover. Although I think Eva took more licks than any of us put
Thank
together.
you. Yes, let the record show. Yes.
Because just like Mom, Eva, or I say, yeah, Eva, just like Mom, very strong-willed. Mom was a very strong-willed person, and but Eva was more hard-headed, which is why she got there's
Yeah,
strong-willed and there's
mom didn't have
hard-headedness.
three older brothers
Yes,
to
that's
contend
true.
with.
So Eva got that rod, that discipline belt quite often, but
Got the rod. That is
but
so
it
true.
but it was given with love, right, Eva? It was given with
Oh, okay, if y'all say so.
Oh my goodness. But yeah,
There's a bus, y'all. You kids are running. There's a bus, and you're throwing each other under it.
oh no, no
It's all
bus,
love.
no
It's all
bus.
love.
These are facts. These are facts, Nate.
These are
Eva got
facts.
lit up.
Documented. Yes. No one is contending this. No one is opposing this. Yeah.
But yeah, like Winton said, we all lost her so early. I was 19 when she passed, and at the time I had migrated up to Minneapolis. So I wasn't there the last, I'd say, oh boy, because I came home from Oakwood early when she was diagnosed, and I spent the summer back in Orlando. And she started going to treatment. It looked like it was in remission. Things were doing much better. I went back to Oakwood, and then I went up to Minneapolis, and then her health started deteriorating. So I wasn't in Orlando during those last months of her battle. Um, and that has always been one of my greatest regrets because, like Winston said, she was so good at just sitting down with us, touching bases. Where are you? What are you thinking about? What are your plans? Just never in an intrusive situation, but she just was always interested in what we were thinking and what our dreams were and what we wanted to do with our lives, and always willing to give very good instruction. Um, I miss that. I definitely miss that. So yeah, just nothing but love, nothing but love. So let me turn it over to Sean now.
Hey everybody. Well, so I have my memories of mom come in parts and pieces and just moments. So, and I have a lot of those spotty moments that I can remember that make me smile. One of our last moments together, I remember coming home from school. This was the day that the space shuttle blew up. And I came home and she was on the couch. She was watching music videos. Because MTV was also new back then, back in like 85, 86 when she died. So it was one particular video that came on. I forget the band, but the song goes, I wanna know what love is. Who sings that? I can't remember, but
I want you to show me.
yes.
Yeah.
That's the song. Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying
I
to.
remember that every time I hear the song.
Journey. That's a
Journey.
Journey
Yes.
song.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah. So every time I hear that song, I think about her because she was watching that video and she was crying. And I was like, why are you crying? She's like, I just love this song. It's so beautiful. Well, the song is about love. So I thought that was interesting. I remember thinking that was interesting, that I had never seen my mother emotional. But I wanted to talk about the space shuttle because that was what was interesting to me. And she listened to me. She wanted me to tell her, what we did that day. And then I remember the two of us walking outside and just standing in front of our sliding door and just standing there, and she was just holding me. We're just standing outside. She was very thin. I also remember that. But she always reassured us that she was okay. And that she was going to be okay. So I think even I went through that whole time believing that mom was going to pull through. But that day, that was just before she died, is a happy day for me because I know that she was dismissing what she was going through and was more interested in me and reassuring me that she was going to be okay. I also remember my grandma, dad's mom, told this story about about well, the story is about me, but it was because of something that mom taught me. She used to always plink my bottom,
Pinch.
but she would say plink.
Right.
When she would pinch my bottom, she'd say plink. And so that was our little thing. Did she do that to you, Eva?
Both of us. Yeah,
She did, yeah.
the story that I remember is they caught us Sabbath afternoon after church.
Yeah.
You and I were going around pinching people's bottoms, saying plink, plink, plink. And somebody brought the attention to her. And
Yeah.
we were like, what? What's the problem? And she was like, you can't do that to people. We're like,
Yeah.
why? Why not?
Right. I didn't think anything was wrong with
Exactly.
it, but I go around plinking ladies' bottoms from
Yeah,
church.
exactly.
Of course, of course, I also remember, her wonderful, amazing cooking.
Yeah.
The rolls that her dinner rolls and her lemon cake and banana pudding. And there's certain meals that I remember.
Around Easter, her Easter bun.
Her Easter bun.
Legendary.
Yes, yeah. But and as years after she left us, whenever I see anyone who remembered her, they'd always comment about how her smile, and how loving she was. And, it's always good memories that people want to share whenever they talk about mom. It always warms my heart. So, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for that, brother. Appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to ask my father to share. Any of you who know Winton Forde, he can be long-winded. I'm saying this to hopefully create an acknowledgement. And Father, please let's be mindful. We're already at 30 minutes almost. But as the husband of our mother, we wouldn't be here without you. So thank you for participating.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. What I mean, you probably could share more than maybe most anyone on this call. But when you think of mom, what comes up for you? And yeah, what would you like to share in this moment? We'll give you
Sure.
3 minutes.
Yeah, you said I had a half an hour?
You have 3 minutes, sir. 3 minutes.
Well, let's start from the beginning. How I met your mom. Okay.
Hold on. Everybody go get that snack.
Exactly. No, Dad, 3 minutes.
Yeah,
Not from the
I
beginning.
met your mom at Andrews University.
Mm-hmm.
I had gone up, and Nathan can verify this, I think. I had gone up to see Nathan. I was out of service, and I'd gone up to see him. He was in at Andrews.
Uncle Nate says no. You already started wrong.
I had gone up to see Nathan.
Said no.
And anyway, I asked him who was the girl in the cafeteria, and he told me. And I think he introduced me to her. And the rest was the rest was okay. The rest was all right. But we got
Okay.
married. And
You want me to straighten it? You want me to straighten that out?
Straighten
I'll
out,
renew
straighten
your
out,
memory.
Uncle.
go ahead, try, hurry up.
You met her at camp meeting. Because
Yes.
I was going to tell this story myself. I kept, you know how you used to walk around and camp meet with your
Yeah.
friends. And every time I walked around, you were sitting with this girl talking to her. And I'm
Mhm.
saying, who is this chick he's talking to? He said, I've never seen him do that before. When we went up to Andrews, you were already interested in her. And I was at Western, and we used to go up there and we used to go up there together, and you would be talking to her, and I'd be talking to other people.
Okay.
I heard the camp meeting story before. I heard you guys met at camp meeting.
Yeah, we were at the Lake Region camp meeting there in Casablanca.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
But anyway, we got married
Amen.
and moved to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Okay, where your mom got a job at the big pharmaceutical company there.
Upjohn's.
Upjohn, yeah. And I was working at a company called Kalamazoo Catering, and that's where I learned the art of buying candy machines, and I had quite a few of them. Okay, I moved them down to Oakwood, but anyway, before Oakwood, I became the assistant director of housing.
Your wife. This is about your wife that passed.
Talk about Joy, not machines.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, those machines carried you and the kids. Okay, to have a great life, but Joy was my rock. Okay,
Your Joy.
Joy was my rock, and everything I did on a business level, she was there with me. I would not have had all those machines if she wasn't there helping. I would not have been the assistant director of housing if she had not pushed, me to say, well, I could do this. Although there was a big college, I just had a little bachelor's degree, but you can do that. You can do this. And I remember when Claude Thomas came and asked me to be the dean of men, it was one job that I really did not want to do it because I was comfortable. We were comfortable. She was very comfortable with us children and with all of us and the children. I did not want to go to Oakwood, but she said, Winton, it's a time when the kids and I can be more comfortable at a Christian institution than this big institution with 30,000 people on it. And I don't know, where these kids are sometimes. All right. And she said, I don't know this is a big campus. And she said, I think we will be very comfortable at Oakwood. That was the reason why I went to Oakwood. I did not want to go to Oakwood because the vice president of the University of Wisconsin wanted to send me off, to get my doctorate degree in whatever it was going to get, because he wanted me to come back and be the dean of students at the university. However, we went to Oakwood. At Oakwood, it was just a time when not only you kids blossomed, but she did also. I remember she got so comfortable with Dr. Rock that whenever she saw Dr. Rock, she would call him Dr. Pebble. And I would ask, I'm going to lose this job. Joy, don't call Dr. Rock a pebble. But anyway, he loved it. He said the only person who could call me that is Joy. Joy became what do you call it? A matron of the cafeteria at Oakwood. Whenever you came, anytime the girls came, not professionally dressed, as Oakwood students at the time should have been dressed, she would just send them off, go put this on, not this, you don't wear this at the cafeteria, And she did it in such love. Everybody loved Joy. Everybody loved Joy. And she was quite a mainstay on the campus. She would wear a long evening dress when she was in the cafeteria. And I know the girls, all the people loved her. I think my friend from what's his name?
From where?
From your buddy. Anyway, we moved from Oakwood. After several years, we moved down to Florida, and I started working with Jesus Behind
David.
Bars.
David.
David.
He's right here, right on the call.
David is on the call.
Hi, David. How you doing?
He's on. You're on mute, Uncle David. You're on mute.
That's 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, at
And
least.
I'll do some more later.
Thank you. Thank. Okay, before we go on, I just want to say, Babs, did you want to say anything? Or you're on mute?
No, I was talking to my mom.
Oh,
She was
okay.
trying to get in.
Okay,
So,
okay.
and she wanted to
Okay.
know if you're recording, so she's gonna call you about getting the recording. That's it.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, thanks. All right, so I kind of want to open it up now, kind of open season. If anything from what you've heard so far sparks any memories, or if there was something that you wanted to, yeah, any reflections that you had, Uncle Nate, any records you'd like to set straight, that might be helpful. David Mold, if I know you, so you're the reason why we ended up in Florida. You may have some insight.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, but hold
Okay.
on. I was going to say Aunt Pansy was one of Mom's good friends in Florida as well, when we got to Florida as well. Pat Robertson, who used to be MAP, um, was with us when, well, Sean and I were at her house when we got the news that Mom had passed. And so we reconnected. And I was just sharing with her, because she kind of prepared Sean and I on the trek back to the house that maybe something wasn't so right. Dan would have known Mom as Aunt Joy. Dan and Sheena, same thing. Uncle Hank is here. So cousins and people who love Mom are here. So yes, kind of open season. Would love to hear your reflections.
David.
Did
I'll go
somebody
ahead.
call my name?
Well,
Go
hold on
ahead.
one second. Babette,
Go
did you
ahead,
have to
Babette.
do you have to go, Babs?
Yeah,
Okay,
in
go
a
ahead.
little bit, but so I'll just say real quickly though, I don't have a lot of memories of Aunt Joy. But Uncle Winton, did
Oh no, you
you
froze.
guys,
What
because I
happened?
You froze, Babs. Say it
so
again.
my question was, did Uncle Winton, were you guys living across the street from the hospital that my dad was in?
Yes.
Okay, so I remember that quite. So they used to take us to stay with Aunt Joy and Uncle Winton while my mom went and sat with my dad before he passed.
That's right.
Oh, okay. So I remember Aunt Joy's laugh. I remember how wonderful and warm she was. And actually, it's like in her passing, she created a blessing in that grandmother was able to find us because my mom kind of left Milwaukee and just kind of separated from everybody, not just my dad's side of the family, but even her own side of the family. And so grandmother was able to contact the sheriff or someone to get a hold of us or to look us up. And then she contacted me and let me know that Aunt Joy had passed. So in a way, her passing was a blessing to reconnect us with grandmother and the family. So she blessed us while she was here and she blessed us when she left.
Thanks,
Remember
Babs.
Aunt Joy? And you look just like her. Oh my gosh. It's so uncanny. Like that picture that you had, I'm like, Pat, you got to see this picture of you.
Yeah,
I
Aunt
said, that doesn't
Pansy.
even look like that's Aunt Joy. So it's
Yeah,
crazy.
Aunt Pansy thought that was. She was like, "That's a picture of your mom, right?" I was like, "No, that's me."
Oh, that is you.
It's me. Wait, you mean on the flyer, the invitation to come here? Or
No, when the picture was up.
the Zoom link?
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh, okay. Okay. So I was mistaken then. I thought that was Aunt Joy because you guys look so much. I mean, Aunt Joy looks a little bit different, but you look a lot like Aunt Joy.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
So
Thanks for
that's
that.
it.
It's good to see you, cuz.
Good to see you too.
Well, well, you don't see him right
I
now.
did see
You
Winton
saw,
early.
okay,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, we'll have to have a cousin reunion at some point. Okay, thanks. Okay, David Mold.
I'd like to say hi.
Oh, yes. Hi.
Hi. See a lot of faces that I haven't seen in a long time. Sean, hi there. My student, my famous student.
My
Yeah.
favorite teacher. I love you.
Oh,
So good to see you.
so good to see you. Boy, I wish I was around you guys, but I'm in Florida, in Central Florida, near the villages, in one of the retirement communities. And my favorite memory is just having your mother bring you and Eva to school at Oakwood. She loved talking about you. She loved we loved conversing about what good students you were, and she was always smiling. She she was one of my favorite parents, for sure. And that night you remember being at my house, Melanie told me, she said, Mom, do you remember that they were coming over to spend the night? Do you remember that you were going to
Yes,
spend the night
we
that
were
night?
coming over to spend the night, which was
Yeah,
why it was so curious that like 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, after we got there, we had to go back. I was like, oh, this isn't good.
this is
Yeah.
not good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just glad to be that special place. I was glad that you felt comfortable. Melanie and Marius loved having you around, and uh, the transition was um, was heavy, but it seemed like lots of people were there to anchor you. And I was glad that for the church family. I was glad for the um, Nathan, your wife, and everyone who was there for you. It was difficult, but you pulled through, and that was the important thing. And everybody kind of lived up to Joy's expectations. That that is that's the beautiful thing about strong women. I mean, or strong personalities. You want to live up to that expectation. She let you know what she expected from you. Yeah, I felt her presence as a teacher. She expected for me to teach you the best way possible, and I felt like I was living up to that expectation. So that's what I had. It's good to see you. Hey,
Good to
Wendy,
see you too.
haven't seen you in a million years.
Yes. Thank you. Good to see you too.
Good to see you.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Dad,
All
that's a good way of saying you're old, man.
Yeah.
Glad you're
Yeah,
still alive. Glad you're
both
still
both
kicking.
of us are old. That's a good way of
One
saying
up on
both of
90,
us are old.
90.
9-0 in July. Okay. I think I've cut you off several times, David Mold, or you wanted to say
And I
something.
really have very little to say, I must confess.
Okay. That's okay.
Winton and Wayne and you and Sean and Winton, I'm very comfortable with in terms of the memories that I have. The only thing I remember of your mom is her smile. And I'd be a liar if I said anything else. I remember her warmth, I remember her smile. So really, my being on the program tonight is a bit of a bummer, but I wanted to be among you. I wanted to be among you one more time. You know,
Amen.
it's
Amen. Never a bummer. Never a bummer. It's always good to see
never a
you, Dave.
bummer. You big mouth Winton Ford, I remember would a race with you one day and you put me to shame. You made me realize that I was an old man, Winton Jr. 2 steps and him fly like a jet.
That's my memory, but that's my memory of Winton. I don't have a memory of your mommy other than God knows her warmth and her joy. And I thank you, Eva, for inviting me here.
Well,
Fancy, Sister Vaz, I should say, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. God bless you all.
You as well, David.
By the grace of God, I'll be there for the 90th. I don't get no invitation yet, but I come in.
You coming? Come on.
I didn't send you the save the date. Okay, I'll send you.
You
I'll
give
send
me
you.
a verbal, but it's not your party.
No. Well, we're we're putting it on. So what I remember, where you had your office, there was a secondhand store called Secondhand Rose
Yes,
underneath. So mom would take us there and get it was consignment store. And I
yes,
remember getting things from Secondhand Rose.
I remember that too.
Mom taking us there. So that was one of the main reasons I like to go into to the office to go to
To secondhand road.
Secondhand
One
Rose.
last thing, Nathan, where are you these days?
I'm in
Nathan Forde,
I'm
where?
in I'm in Fort Worth, Texas.
Is that right? Is
Yeah.
that right? Good to
I'm
see
down
you.
here with the Cowboys.
With the
Yeah, the football team and the real
Oh yeah.
Cowboys.
all right, all right, all right. God bless you all. I'm gonna just sit back and listen to the rest of this.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
Yes.
beautiful.
Aunt Pansy.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you hear your name called?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Are you
Uh,
hearing me?
Yes. What
Okay.
memories do you have? Well, I would love for you to tell the story of the hairstyle.
You really? I don't
Yes.
want to get anyone angry now.
This is
Nah,
40 years old. I'll fight anybody that gets angry. Go ahead.
nobody's gonna get angry.
Nobody's gonna get
Nobody's
angry.
gonna get angry. Well, Joy was always filled with joy. That
amen.
name really suits her. It is not easy to speak of someone joyously who loved life and was denied what she loved most at such an early age. When when Eva told me about this memorial, I immediately tears came to my eyes. I never forget Joy, never. Joy and I became best friends, almost good friends, almost instantly after we met. She invited me to her house and for lunch one Sabbath. We had so much in common and more. She had more. She was always positive, progressive, enterprising, entertaining. She strived as much as possible for her family to have the best in life, and she loved the Lord. You could not help but being joyful around her, even in her sufferings. She was truly a classic Jamaican woman. She kept a beautiful home with everything in place. I admired that. I decided she would be my friend for life. I wanted to be like Joy. I had absolutely no idea that that friendship would be a short-lived one. I think for that reason, I have sought to push other people away because scared of friends people getting too close. Since Joy went to rest, I just feel what the experience I had was a very pleasant one meeting her, but the experience I had, the loss I had, was so tremendous. Joy, I don't know if you guys know that Joy sold insurance.
Yeah.
At one of her visits to my home, she asked me if I had insurance. After telling her no, she said, "Don't you think you should?" And she went on to lecture me about the dangers of not having insurance. To make it more emphatic, she said, for example, I have a pain here, and it could be something that would be serious enough to cost my life. I could not imagine anything happening to Joy. I asked her, "Have you seen the doctor?" She said no. Then I began to lecture her and tell her, let her know that the next time I see her, I want to know that she has checked the doctors for about that pain. We began to talk off the subject without entertaining the thought that of whatever happened. I invited her to come to camp meeting, but she said it wasn't possible for her to come. I went to camp meeting thinking of what Joy had shared with me. While standing under the pavilion, while the sermon was going on, I heard a familiar voice calling my name. I turned and it was Joy. She was at the camp meeting. I was so happy she came, but when the atmosphere changed, when she told me that she did go to the doctor, she shared with me that they gave her 7 months. I was devastated and claimed this is not happening. We spent much time praying and found a holistic doctor who got her on food without meat, meatless diet, selective natural foods, and coffee enema. I shared that, did the diet with her, did the coffee enema also, soy sauce. I'm tired of soy. I was tired of soy sauce, but we did it for about a year. I don't know if she extended. I don't know if Newton, not Newton,
Nathan?
Nathan,
Winton?
not
Winton.
no Newton. Who am I calling?
Who are you calling? Winton?
Winton?
Winton, right? Winton. Do you remember the coffee enemas?
Of course.
I remember the coffee enemas.
Yeah, me too.
And the carrot juice,
And barley
Yeah,
green.
yeah. I
green.
went through the entire process with, and then I just felt that she's going to overcome that with her doing the coffee enema for the entire year. And I think that really helped me, but I wish it had helped her. Since 1986, apart from Thanksgiving turkey, sometimes I would have take a little meat. I actually became a pescatarian ever since then. Um, Thanks to Joy. I miss her until this day. She remains in my heart, and I am looking forward to seeing her when Jesus comes. And about that she shared a lot with me. Okay, so she would tell me, I've never seen this before, but she would call people on her deathbed. She would call people and talk to them. Anyone she feels had any kind of ill feeling towards her, or anyone there was any little
Connection.
misunderstanding, she
Mhm.
would call them all. She would spend and ask for forgiveness, or people would and people would ask her for forgiveness, um, because she knew she was going, and she never wanted to leave this earth with anyone having any animosity in their
Amen.
heart towards her. That's because she's always upbeat. I cannot forget her coming into this church just as like a princess, with her hair up, that up style. And she showed me, Pansy, when I die, this is the style I want. I wanted to make sure they prepare my hair to look like this. I want to look like this when I die. So silly me. At the time of the funeral, I no one was around, and I went to see her body. And to just say goodbye, you know, just between the both of us, because there's a lot in the short time we have known each other. There is a lot that we share, and I wanted her to look with the way she said she wants to look. And I was not pleased with the way they did her hair. So I took out my comb and started to comb my hair and so comb her hair. And somebody came, I think, you know, and caught me. And they were so, and Winton was so upset with me. He was so upset. I
Do you
felt
remember
so
that,
bad.
Dad?
No, I don't.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't.
You said you want they have to take her out and redo her hair.
No, I don't. I don't remember that.
Oh, really? Okay. I shouldn't say it then, Eva. Because if he doesn't remember, because all of this time I thought that Winton was upset with me.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
You're holding on to that and he doesn't
Yes.
remember.
Yes.
No, but I
I,
thought it was hilarious that you had, sorry, my Alex's little 4-year-old, our 4-year-old. But I thought it was hilarious that you went in to change her hair.
hairstyle. Yeah. Because you know, because she's really a classy woman. She likes things nice. I remember I had hopes that she was going to live, you know, and she was in the hospital for some time. And I remember I bought her all these nice lingerie, um, because I know she's sort of romantic type of person. And I thought I'm always doing something wrong because I thought that would perk her up and remember have good memories, you know, that she can be herself again, you know, her classy, beautiful self again. And she was so upset. She started to cry because and then I never see her cry. And that's the last thing I wanted her to do is to be sad. So I said, Joy, why are you crying? You know, and she said, Pansy, you went and bought these things, these beautiful things for me. What am I going to do with them? You know, I can't wear them. um, so there are good things though. There's so many good thoughts, and she has been, she has been such an inspiration to me in so many ways. And we've gotten together so many times and we have shared and a lot more to share, but I don't want to go on and on. So, but it is her children were always very well behaved. And, you know, she talks about her children in a favorable way, and she loves them. She loved them to death. And so um, I said to myself, I will never want to be out of touch with her children. And I thank Eva and Sean sometimes for staying in touch with me. I really appreciate that because I feel like she was my sister. And so that's why Eva calls me Aunt Pansy.
And I have never been angry at you. I never.
Thank you, God. All this time,
You were
Eva
part.
coming on here, I thought I was so nervous
You were part
coming
of
on.
you were part of the family.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm still
yeah.
part of the family.
I remember how she laughed. She gave me the potato to, you know, she was preparing lunch at Sabbath and she wanted to make something with potatoes and she gave me the potatoes to peel. And I never use a potato peeler. And I turned it the wrong way. And she called to everybody, come and see how Pence is peeling the potatoes. She jokes about everything. She and you can never get angry with Joy. She was such a sweetheart. I mean, a friend I miss so very much. And I can imagine 40 years went by.
Yeah, I know it's
Yeah,
crazy. That means I'm
yeah.
50. Um, thanks, Aunt Pansy, for sharing. Wayne just so earlier today, Sean and I were sharing photos of mom, and Wayne is our resident graphic designer. So he has done a video montage. So, Wayne, thanks for sharing your screen. We're going to look at it, I guess, now. And Truckee, my sister-in-law, Velma, just said, can't come off mute, but although I never had the chance to meet her, I feel her presence through the love she left behind. She raised a family, shaped lives, and gave kindness freely to everyone she met. Her legacy lives on in the people who loved her and the values she passed down. True. Thank you. I truly wish I had a chance to meet her in this life, and I'm thankful for her birthing a son who I am blessed to have as my husband. Thank you, Velma. For those that don't know, that's my sister-in-law, Velma, Winton's wife.
How about now?
No, come out of screen share.
You
Oh,
go.
hold on. Oh, yes, there you
You
go.
got it. You
You
got it.
got
All
it.
right.
Yes.
All right, good. Thanks. This is like a little over 3 minutes. Okay, go ahead, Wayne.
Does it have music, Wayne?
No.
No, there's no audio, and these are in no particular order as far as the
Oh,
timeline is
look, it's so cute.
concerned.
Oh, you got the restoration going on those photos. Nice. Yay! So cute.
Remember that?
Oh, I remember him.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his name?
This is Disneyland in
Look
California.
at
This
little
is
Wayne and
on our
Winton.
way to California.
Allegro.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
This is at UWM graduation. There's
Look
And
at
Winston
Sean.
on
That's
the
Sean,
oven.
yeah.
That's
that's Shaw.
Oh, who
Yeah.
No,
is this?
that's
Winton?
me. That's
Oh,
me.
oh, and Wayne is in her tummy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
I remember that green
I
fridge.
love that. Yeah,
This is the dean's apartment at Edwards right here.
this one.
This was back in Milwaukee or Kalamazoo, I'm not sure.
I
That's
remember these
Wayne.
photos. You have these pictures, Wayne? These are in your book?
Some of them.
Yeah. There's Sheena Bambina at my
Bambina.
graduation.
Yes, that's the next picture in this whole thing.
Of course. I don't know what I was looking
Brookfield Zoo.
at.
That was, I think that
Oh,
was
this
in
That
is a
was when we
California.
beautiful
just got to
picture.
Florida. Ooh,
Okay.
Lord. Thank God for
Oh,
evolution.
yeah.
Like a hot mess.
That's her hairstyle.
She
Started
had a
it.
lot of hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
That's,
Winton and
that's
Wayne.
Wayne,
Yeah.
baby Wayne. I was by her side.
Uh-huh.
We all had shirts like
That
that.
was she
She
made those
made
shirts.
she made those for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
These
she's so
pictures were
Oh,
taken at Elder Malone's house. Those
what
with
a
the cross.
small boy.
that's her baby shower for Shawnee, I believe.
And that's me. That's
Yeah.
from my baby book.
Mhm.
That's me and mom.
In Jamaica.
In Jamaica, that's me. Yeah, I never remember that trip.
Eva,
Did I look the same?
the
Oh,
twins.
I changed. Yeah.
Mhm.
Look at Shawnee, fat baby.
That's flying plane.
Sean in the
Jamaica.
bathtub and outdoors.
Family of four.
Beautiful family.
That's her teenage. She
Yeah.
was 13.
Oh,
Mhm.
13. Yeah. I thought she was 16, but yeah.
Church. Oakwood.
Yeah.
Oakwood. Oakwood. That's
Oh,
Oakwood too.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
right, right at the gym
between the gym and the
store.
snack bar. That's Shawnee, fat baby.
Oh, yeah.
Shawnee,
That
fat
was
baby.
Wisconsin.
Donnie looks the same.
I know, exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Fat baby.
Look at those cheeks.
Mm.
Yay. Nice job.
Yay! Thanks, brother. That was lovely.
Beautiful.
Yes, a beautiful family. Mhm.
Uncle Nathan,
Yes.
let's hear about your favorite sister-in-law.
Okay. Ruth, sorry she can't be here, but it's 2 o'clock in Cape Town right now. So
Oh yeah, she's in Africa.
she was wishing she could have been here. But
Good to see you, Nathan.
yes, Pansy, good to see you. I'll tell her I had a chance to see you. Let me say this. I remember one of my last conversations with her there in the bedroom. She was talking about, she said, "Oh, shoot." And I said, "Why? What are you shooting about?" She said, "I'm not going to be here. This is my great regret that I won't be here. And these kids are going to grow up and I'm not going to be there." She said, "I hate
Mm,
that." So,
yes.
yeah, I remember her. She told me that. Now, here's one of the funny things. She had a great sense of humor. She was always laughing. She had a great laugh, but she had a great sense of humor. She used to tell this tale on herself. She said she was asked to do special music.
Oh.
And so she was going to sing the 12 gates to the city.
Yes.
So she got in the song. She says, 12 gates into the east, 12 gates into the west, 12 gates into the south. And then she pops her eye. Uh-oh. So she started adding up the gates. And she would tell that and crack us up every time she would tell us because she would roll her eyes. She got to, because she figured she had 38 gates already. And she's about to go to 12 more. And then what's she going to do, because she had to add them up at the end, So she's going to say 48 gates, but she never said what she did. I imagine she just said 12 gates to the city at the end, but she would always laugh and tell that story on herself. And every time she did it, we would just fall out laughing because it was so funny the way she would just tell the story. Um,
Yeah.
Now, and here, another thing about Joyce, she's very strong, physically strong. And I said, I never want to get in a tussle with Joy. Never. I don't want to mess with her when it comes to strength. Now, I understand that she got in a tussle with Erwin, my oldest brother, and threw him down. That's why I said,
Mhm.
yeah, you never want to get in a tussle with Joy. She's a real strong girl. Uh, Now, something else, something I want to straighten out here is the timeline, what Winston was talking about. Uh, we, my freshman year at Andrews, Winton had just got out of service and he came back to school and did some time there. And then the next year we went to Kalamazoo because I changed schools and I went to Western Michigan. It was during that summer between the freshman and sophomore year that he met Joy at camp meeting. And so that next year, when we were in Kalamazoo, he was writing letters. He was writing letters to Joy. And and then they got engaged. And so when I finished my sophomore year, I left school and I went to Chicago to work. And he, at that time, they were already engaged and they were working on their wedding. And they had the wedding in November of 1963. And here's the memorable thing is that in November, the wedding was going to be at Thanksgiving in 1963, and Kennedy was shot um, just before their wedding. And so that when we went to the wedding, that was the whole nation was in mourning. And so that's a memorable thing about their wedding is that it was held on a weekend that the nation was mourning over the Kennedy wedding. Um, but anyway, so that was November of 63. I was out of school until September of 64. So they were there in Kalamazoo in the house that, my parents had there. And when I came back, I wasn't going to be his roommate anymore. So I went to the dorm. And And um, let's see, I'm trying to think of what. Yeah, so I was in the dorm. So I used to come over to their house during my sophomore, and I was over there a lot. I used to eat over there. I gave them a little money, and Joy would fix, and I'd eat dinner and then go back because in my dorm, the dorm I was staying in on campus did not have a cafeteria. It was an older dorm, and the kids in that dorm, we got our dinner meal wherever we wanted to. We go to a restaurant or whatever. They had a snack shop, so we used to eat breakfast and dinner there. But so I was in their house a lot. And when little Winton came, I was there for him. As a matter of fact, I was there at their house when they left to go to the hospital. And I remember them going out, they were rushing out, and I'm watching this, and my brother and his wife were there going out to have their first kid. So I was a part of all of that, that first, what was the second year of their marriage. So during my junior year. So uh, of course, in my senior year, I left, but we had some memorable things to happen there in the house. And because, the Vietnam War was going on, and the kids that were there in the neighborhood were going off to the war and all that kind of stuff. And we had a time there, it was an interesting time. So uh, I've been very close to them, very, very close to Winton and Joy and April can tell you this, that when there's a football game, a lot of times we'll call each other 2 or 3 times during the game. And so I used to do that uh, back then. We were real close. So yeah, I know Joy very, very well. But like I say, she had a tremendous sense of humor. Always found something to joke about. And I'm sitting here because we had some kind of a running joke, and I can't even remember it anymore. But we had some kind of a running joke that we used to do all the time. But I can't remember what the joke is anymore. But yeah, it's been 40 years. And at that time, my father was also dying when she was dying. They died, I think, 2 or 3 weeks apart. And the
Mm.
Challenger blew up, and that was all of that was 40 years ago. So very memorable. But it's interesting seeing all you kids grow up to be very successful adults.
Yes. Yeah.
My nephews and niece, you're impactful on my family, and we love all 4 of you. Just love you all dearly. Yeah.
Mm.
But you have a
Special to
favorite, of
me
course.
too.
What's that?
I said, but you have a favorite, of course.
Absolutely. It's Eva.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Thank you guys for the memories. So I'm conscious of the time. Not that we have to end right now, but in the next 10 to 12 minutes would be nice. We need to eat. It's after 8 here. So I know I just want to give cousin Karen is here, Janelle is here, Uncle Hank is here. I'm just calling on people who would maybe would have something to share. Bambina, I don't know if you have anything to share. You were younger than I was, so I don't know what you
Hey,
recall.
let me say this.
Yes. And
You
Uncle
see,
Hank is my dad's youngest brother.
yeah, you guys had a great mother because of me.
All right. Let's hear it.
Because in
Because.
my junior year of high school, I lived with Winton and Joy. So she got experience.
Mm.
She got experience
Mm-hmm.
in dealing with a teenager. And so when you guys came along, hey, she knew what to do. There was
Yeah,
no problem
it was a
whatsoever.
piece of
Already.
cake. Piece of cake.
Yeah.
A piece of cat's right.
Yeah. She was
Because
like, this is how my children won't be.
exactly. This is oh goodness. Yeah, there are stories. There are stories, and I appreciate that time because I was sort of like an orphan at that time. Um, Dad was sick, and so my mother was in Chicago. I was well. The story was they kicked me out of Chicago because um, I had a walkie-talkie, and the guy saw it. And what did my walkie-talkie? Well, I saw him in school. Went to the police. They had police in school. Come to find out, this guy had a long rap sheet. And they said his last day at this school was today. He's no longer to go to that school because this guy's dangerous. So that summer, I came out to the farm. That next school year, Joy and Winton took me in, and I lived with them on 2720 Sonora up in Parchment. And it was a very, very good year. And Joy could lay down some food too. She could lay down some food, and so she was sweet. She was enjoyable. She was fun to be around. Had a good sense of humor, and so and had this teenager in the house. And I appreciate both Winton and Joy for taking me in, and it was a very very strong time in my life for my adult uh, going into adulthood when you're a junior, going into being a senior in high school. So I just want to say, she was a major portion in my development. And so, as was Winton, Winton was a rock for me. And so I just really appreciate that time that I was allowed to spend there, and how they took me in and helped me develop, helped me develop. And so I'm her oldest son.
Mm. We'll accept it. We'll accept it. Thanks,
Yes.
thanks, Uncle Hank.
All righty.
Yes, Bambina. Sheena, Bambina.
Hi. So I was 3 when Aunt Joy passed. So I don't have like a bunch of memories, but I did for a long time have snapshot memories of her, like her sitting on the couch in the house in Orlando. I remembered for a long time her laugh, and even into my childhood, like preteen years, I would claim her as my favorite aunt, even though I only got 3 years with her. But on behalf of my mom, I will say that she was her favorite sister-in-law. And I remember we were reminiscing about her a few months ago. I think it was last year. If not, it was 2024. But she told me, she's like, she definitely was more of a sister than a sister-in-law. They got very, very close as sister-in-laws. And I know for a fact that my mom and Aunt Joy were closer than my mom and her own sister. So even us talking about her and just a few years ago, my mom got emotional because she misses her so much. And like my dad said, she really does wish she could have been here, but at this point it's 3 o'clock in the morning where she is. And even I miss Aunt Joy. I do wish she was here because I know she'd be super proud of all her kids and grandkids.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we miss her. We all miss her.
Thanks for that, Sheena. So Danny just left, but he sent a message in our little family group chat. Sorry I had to leave the meeting. Aunt Joy was such a warm and loving person. Being an Oakwood student and having her, my aunt, there on campus made me feel like I was not away from home. I saw her often when spending time with you and Sean at the apartment and later at the house. I saw her always at the cafeteria. The feeling of the need to behave, while away from my parents was reinforced on a daily but gentle basis. As a cancer patient myself, I can take notes from her on how to face life and rest with joy and strength. While I feel good in my prognosis is better, and yet the remaining time is not specific. If my days shall end because of this illness, I want to face it like she did.
Mm.
So Danny was on a little earlier, but had to go off. So that was from Danny. All right. So cousin Karen or Janelle, you would be the last ones to share. Um, Gemma, came into the family, I think after my mom would have passed. Um, right, Gemma?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we got married in 88 and then we met in 82, but I never saw her, but I heard a lot about her. And Landon was just so, had so many wonderful things to say about her. And I'm really sorry that I missed her.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to say something?
Yeah. Oh, Landon is there. Hey, Landon.
Hi there. How's everybody?
Hey, great.
This is really cool to hear everybody's thoughts and memories about Cousin Joy. I'll be brief so Karen can go and whoever else. But I have so many memories of Cousin Joy, so many. But just the ones that stand out first and foremost is that never saw a frown on her face every time. I just remember just longing and longing and longing to go see the Fords in Milwaukee or the Fords at Oakwood. It was just a highlight of so many years. Never saw a frown on her face. She's always smiling. Her laugh was like music to me. It was as if she was singing whenever she would laugh. And of course, when she sang, it was just beautiful. And like Cousin Hank says, she can throw down in the kitchen as well. She always had, warm hugs and a welcoming smile, and just a beautiful, beautiful woman, a beautiful spirit, in and out. And I really miss her. When she passed away, and Uncle Nebert passed away within weeks of each other, and the space shuttle crashed there in '86, or '85,
No,
well,
86. Mm-hmm.
'86. Okay, like Cousin Nate said, I was in Rochester, New York, all by myself, and I remember being so devastated that I could not go to the service, neither service, and. I remember just one of the saddest times in my entire life is when she passed and Uncle Nebert and the space shuttle. Just a lot for a youngster in an unfamiliar place to deal with all by myself. But I do have extremely fond memories of Cousin Joy, just a beautiful person all the way through and through.
Thank
Right.
you, Landon.
Mhm.
That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Cousin Karen, did you want to share? This is Dad's eldest cousin, right? I think that's how that goes. But she might not be there, or maybe you're not able to come off mute. Well, in the meantime, Janelle.
Here we go.
Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yep, we got you.
You, you, um, I was just sitting here thinking, and I'm so, so, so happy, Eva, that you made this session available to honor your mom and trying to emotionally remember those days, and they seem so far away. But the one thing that I will always remember about your mom, she was always so special to me. She was like her smile, always, always she had that smile. Always she and her accent. She was like such a special person that just brought a whole different world into my life at that time. And I remember everything that I knew about her or remember about her was so new and fresh. And the fact that she and Winston were in Milwaukee, and I was like, Milwaukee? Wow, what is that? I don't know anything about Milwaukee. But then I don't know anything about life in Milwaukee. And I don't know anything about what does that mean to Joy? And the very fact that her name was Joy was exciting to me. And remember, like you said, back in those days, there was so much going on in life, in politics, in the church. And the very fact that her name was Joy was like, forget all the confusion or the questions that you have. Here is joy. And she always had that smile that said, everything is all right. Everything is singular. We are us, we are together, and we are love, we are joy. And I just felt like such a student when I was with her. There was so much to learn about feelings and about expectations and what kind of young women a Christian should be, and how calm she was about being a young mom and the kids. Everything was just so exciting about her and how calm she was during those times. And I just remember learning, 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 learning. And I miss so much her pace, her interpretation of life, of being a mom, of being a wife, of being a Christian, and just being here for all of us. And I'm still just learning about her and her perspective. And she was joy. And even now, I can't think of her without thinking of joy and what that word means. So uh, I'm 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 just so tickled, Eva, at your respect, your love, at your mom, and getting us all together to remember her and to complete to keep our family together in retrospect for the one who is no longer with us. So I love you so much for giving such honor to your mom.
Amen.
Amen.
Absolutely. Of
Great.
course. I
Wonderful.
mean, yeah,
Wonderful.
of course. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Um, so Janelle, if you have any memories, we'd love to hear. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Yes, think I was at Oakwood at the time of her passing. I was in my freshman year, but I do remember Joy, cousin Joy, as we were growing up. Like everyone said, she was not only a beautiful person outside, but also inside. And she had a wonderful laugh, a contagious laugh, and gave the best hugs. So when she would see you and greet you, I mean, she just held on to you like, like she has never seen you before. And it was just wonderful and so warm. And, but one thing I don't think anyone knows, and not even my daughter, when I was pregnant with Alexia, I was, trying to come up with a name. And I actually had Joy as for Alexia's middle name. And at the very last minute, I changed it to Janelle. So, and I really, to be honest, I really regret my decision. And I
It doesn't count.
really, I really, yeah, I really wish that I had named her Alexia Joy because I wanted to, because I loved Joy so much and I just wanted my daughter to have that same character as Joy. So, I said if I had another daughter, I would name her Joy, but I'm gonna have to pass that on to someone else. So, I did love her so much, and always was always excited to see her and the rest of the family. And like others have said before, she would be so proud of each of you. You all are amazing, have done a wonderful job with your lives and your family. And she would be just like doubly excited about her grandchildren. So, uh, love being a part of the family. I'm so grateful to have had the opportunity to know her and to have been sort of raised by her. She shared wisdom with me. And thank you so much, Eva, for bringing us all together.
Oh,
Amen.
you're welcome. Thank you, Janelle. And lucky for you, Alexia is a joy. And so, maybe vicariously, maybe she got some of that. So thank you, everybody. This has been lovely, just kind of hearing, just, holding space to talk about somebody who impacted all of us, and why not? So thank you guys for being here. For those in the family, I've shared the video that Wayne did in the WhatsApp chat, but for those that didn't see that video and wanna link, I can share the link with you as well.
Send
It's
it to
just
me.
okay, I will. Beautiful tribute. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. And we're gonna go have dinner now.
Nathan,
Bye. Thank
may
you
I
so
say,
Meet you guys.
Nathan,
Glad to see you guys.
Nathan,
Bye, cousins. Bye, family.
is
Bye.
is Nathan there?
Good night.
He's
I'm
there.
here.
Here.
Who's saying
Aunt
that?
Pansy is looking for you, Uncle Nate.
Yes. Would you say, give my love to Ruth for me,
I
please?
will.
And the children.
I'm
Okay,
right
well,
here,
Sheena's
Well,
Aunt
there.
one child
Pansy.
is there. Sheena is
Oh,
there.
Sheena. Oh, there she
Yeah.
is.
I'll be sure to let Gerald know you said hi.
There are no children anymore.
Yeah.
Grown. Yeah. It's,
It's good to
May I,
see you,
may,
Aunt
may I
Pansy.
ask some,
I really miss you all.
may I ask something, Eva? May I ask my friend David? You guys do not know how David and I are very close friends, although we do not speak often. We do have a bond. David, would you close out this session for us, please?
Actually, thank you, Dad. That's great. That's great. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, that's touching hearing that. Allow me, this has been on my mind for the past couple minutes. Let me express it this way. This world is not my home.
Right.
I'm just a passing through. Right, Sean? My treasures are laid up somewhere beyond the blue.
All right.
The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore.
All right.
Oh Lord, you know I have no friend like you. If heaven is not my home, then Lord, what will I do? The angels beckon me from heaven's open door, and I can't feel at home in this world anymore. Let us pray.
You, David.
Thank you, Father, for
Amen.
being with us.
All right.
Thank you for this time. Thank you for the fellowship. Thank you for the memories. May your Holy Spirit bless and keep us, preserve us, and save us, we pray. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
And
And on that note, may the Lord
Watch
watch
between
Watch
me and
between
thee
and
me and
thee
thee
While we're
while
While
absent
we're
we're
one
absent
absent
one
one
from
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 another.
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 from another.
Amen.
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 Thank you
I'm
all.
so glad we
Thank
had this
you.
time together just to have a laugh
No.
and talk
Hey,
about
cut, cut,
joy.
Cut,
cut.
Cut,
cut.
cut,
We just
cut,
get
cut.
started, and before you know
Wanted to
it,
end on a high note,
comes the time
not
we
a
have to
flat note.
say, so long.
Don't ask me to hit a high note.
It's a
Bye,
high note. That's a
everybody.
high note.
Thank
Bye. Good
you.
Night,
night.
everybody.
Good
Good
bye,
night.
It was great to
everyone.
close.
night.
Mhm.